This data set is from a crusher. In this case, we'll look at the events. If we click on the Events tab, we then start to get a new view, which creates two windows again. The top one shows the events in terms of when they occurred in time, and the bottom window shows the values at the particular event that's selected, which is the black dot shown here. We can also look at this in terms of the tolerance graph. So this is the ITIC curve, and this curve was represented in terms of magnitude and time, and we can see all the events plotted out against that curve, and we can select, say, particular events like this one here, which is outside of the envelope and is quite a long event, and we get this kind of picture. Going back to the historical curve, we can start to look at events as they happen. So we select the first event, and as we selected that, the event counter here has gone to event number 1. We can cycle through each event, so that's number 2, that's number 3, and we get really detailed information about the event. So in this case, if we use the zoom tool in the bottom window to see the event, we can drag across the waveform and see both voltage and current. This is the current in this case, and we can see how high this has gone up. We can resize this window by clicking on here, so we see the correlation between the voltage and current. As the current has gone up, the voltage has dropped, which has caused the event. We can look at the events in a number of ways, and we can put in this detector, which will allow us to change the classification of events. So we can either widen or narrow down what we consider an event to be. So say we put this to 3.5% and 3.5% and apply that. We're now resetting the trigger levels effectively, although we're past capturing the event. So we now find we have fewer events because we've reduced the limits here. You get the idea of how this is then plotted in time, or again we can do it using the tolerance.